Let's go. After show. Hit the like.
Push the like button.
Team Cassie. Hit the like button. Let's get the party started. Leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. No spoilers in the chat. No being mean to each other. No being a... You know what? Haley is speechless. Let's get right into it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Dave Neal here. Hey, folks, how are you? Wow. Leave a voicemail, 401-213-9820. Oh, we got the wrong one. Leave a voicemail, 401-213-9828. We got the after show happening right now. We're going to get into this thing. Here it is right there, folks. You'd think I'd have this all prepared. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with Clayton falling in love in the fantasy? You just rhymed that. All right, if you guys want, you can give me your live reactions. Who's going to be the first one? Give me your live reactions on Instagram at DNeals on Instagram right here. And let me know what you guys think. This is the night one after show. Hello to new people out there. It's your boy Power Recapper Dave Neal coming at you live. Boy, you gotta like Clayton's family. You gotta like that dad. Gotta like that mom. They're good people. Hello, everybody. Jesselyn says Cassie's in a relationship. That's right. Why are people saying Cassie is the Bachelorette? That's not. Hello, everybody. Yeah, Cassie's doing well. She's living there in Huntington Beach. She's got a boyfriend. I think she bought a home. Family supporting her. Things are good in the Cassie Randolph neighborhood. B. Bean, how are you? Good to see everybody. We're kicking it right now. It's the live after show. Tons of voicemails coming in. Keep them under 30 seconds. If you want, you can hit us up on Instagram at DNeals. You can send me a video question or response. You can send it through your Instagram stories. You can show me what you had for the show. How are we feeling? No spoilers, but how are we feeling looking at this finale? Is it all going to shape up? We got a cliffhanger, folks. Angie says, Natasha for Bachelorette. Hey, maybe. Why not? Melissa says, this is a web of a mess. Can't be undone, so I guess good job on Clayton for following his heart. The biggest mistake Clayton made was telling the women he loved them. It wasn't feeling the feelings, it was telling them. Because, you know, you're going to piss some people off. But Caitlin said, hey, she did it too, and Caitlin turned out okay. So, we have Gabby leaving. Then we have a Rose redo. Where's my Harry Potter one? We're going to need it tonight. We're doing some sorcery, folks. Here we have Rachel Recchia, a.k.a. Pilot Rachel, trying to, dust off that landing strip, that metaphorically speaking, to Clayton's heart. And, of course, she's shocked because in this moment right here, she was the last one standing in this moment. She doesn't know where Susie is. Gabby's just left. She's the last one standing. Of course, Gabby comes back for a Rose redo. We got our Rose right here. Shout out to Alicia Bales, our good friend here. I can't quite show off the Rose because the green screen, you can't see the actual Rose, but it's there. All right, folks. Let's get into this party. Drinking Coke Zero tonight. Not a sponsor. All right, let's get into it. Super chats are open. Let's see here. I'm going to have to skip a ton of comments here. We're going to have to go with super chats first for comments, just because oh my gosh, there are so many comments coming in. I just can't possibly catch them all. Let's go to some of your voicemails. Let's start it right now. Here's a quick 13 seconds. Let's see what we have here.
Hi, I'm Sarah from New Jersey. I'm a long-time listener.
We lost that one. Come back to us, Sarah.
Hi, Dave. This is Bree from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, Bree.
Just want to keep it short and sweet. I think Nick summarized my feelings exactly when he said that Clayton, he wasn't even being honest fully with the women about how he loved Susie more. And that was really shocking to me. So I'm curious to know maybe if Susie comes and reveals that to the women and that's what blows things up. Bye.
Yeah, I've got some thoughts about Nick's comments. I think it's very tough for the show to bring on past leads and have them. We call this Monday morning quarterbacking. I don't know if you guys know the term, but Monday morning, the day after Sunday football, I don't mean to football explain to you guys, is when everyone goes, oh, he should have passed the ball to this guy. He had him open. This guy, it's like, listen, we all got a game plan until someone gets punched in the face. Mike Tyson, right? So the thing is with Clayton, he tried the best with the information he had. Every lead has a messy, we had Nick and Claire are very messy leads, and they actually got to the fantasy suite. Claire? Yeah, Claire must have, right? They got to the fantasy suite when they were contestants. You have Clayton, who's essentially flying blind. It doesn't mean he did the things right. It means, why is the show bringing on former contestants to rate Clayton? It's just a no-win situation. Let me know what you guys think. Samantha says, love to support you. Really appreciate the time you spend doing these lives. Lots of rosé tonight, and thank goodness this was a lot to take in. Thank you. Wrong button. Thank you so much, Samantha. Much appreciate ya. Really do. All right. A lot of love for Clayton's dad in the comment section. All right, I'm going to play another voicemail, and I'm going to try to get to some of these comments you guys have here. Let's go to Sarah in Jersey.
Hi, I'm Sarah from New Jersey. All I'm saying is I don't think Clayton's a bad person. I like Clayton. I think he's a good guy who's just trying his best. However, I don't think any of these women should get engaged or continue dating him, and I want all of them to be Bachelorette. I love them.
Yeah, well, thank you so much. We appreciate you. It's one of those things. There are such finite resources for who's going to be the Bachelor, who's going to be the Bachelorette. We know. I think Gabby would be great. I think Susie would be great. I don't know about Rachel. I do like her. I don't know if she would have a big enough personality. I think she would do great, but the show usually goes for like a Caitlin Bristow as opposed to like a more quiet one. And Rachel, they're all fantastic. People wanted Natasha. There's just a million. There's a lot of good choices. It's very curated. Like, these choices are already good because of all the, they've already been selected for being charismatic and, having, lots of great tools at their expense that make them who they are. But, only one's going to get it. All right, that's Susie. We can't do repeat ones. Let's go to Rachel.
Hey, Dave. It's 24-year-old Rachel from Maryland. Just watched the finale. All I have to say is justice for Rachel. She should have been the real winner. I feel so bad for her already. However, Gabby for Bachelorette. Okay, back to the live chat. Bye.
All right, well, we'll have to see how it plays out. We're going to know tomorrow night, that's for sure. A lot of love for Gabby, though. Gabby was great. Wasn't Gabby great? She set boundaries. She came back, but I think she at least said, this is where I stand. I'll see this through, but just so you know, this is how I feel. I think that was very powerful of her to kind of not be put on the spot like that, to walk away and make him come after her and chase her. I'm surprised we don't see more of that.
Hi, Dave. It's Lauren from Ontario, Canada again. All I can imagine is just they're saying this, we're not going to know who the next Bachelorette is. It's going to be a total surprise. Could you imagine if they did Claire Crowley again? That's it. That's all. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye. Let's ask the comment section. Claire Crowley 3.0. What are your thoughts? I'd love Claire. Claire, by the way, Claire's looking fantastic. As we know, recovering from breast implant illness, BII. She had all these issues, autoimmune problems. They all went away. Again, not everyone who has breast implants has breast implant illness, but for her, she made this decision after her season, and she looks like she's never looked better.
Hey Dave, it's Nicole again from Dallas. My last voicemail was pretty long. I just wanted to say I really love Gabby and I hope she's the next Bachelorette. The one thing I wanted to point out was it was pretty sucky that his parents didn't understand the full, scope of what went down with Susie as far as him literally telling her to leave. She really wanted to talk to him and he would not let her do it. And his parents just don't understand that.
Parents, they just don't understand.
Just walked out on him. So that's pretty unfortunate. I hope that gets cleared up. However, this turns out like Gabby for Bachelorette. Bye.
Bye. Again, if anyone wants to get through to me, try Instagram. I know we're shy. Get on there. Give me your reaction. Let's hear from the locals. Let's hear from the regulars. Instagram at DNeals. We're trying to get. I don't think we've gotten any yet. But you know what? Maybe I haven't checked the right box. We're trying to get some reactions from some video along with voicemail. So let's hear from that. Let's go to Derek.
Hey Dave, this is Derek from Alberta, Canada. Hey, just for conversation's sake, I can't blame him for taking the girls out for a test drive. And I'm out.
Well, there you go, folks.
Oh my God.
There you go. All right, Deb said, did producers keep Susie in Iceland on purpose? Come on, I smell a rat. No. Good question. The final 3 normally stay there until production is done, as far as I know, because it would be a major spoiler if, the final 3 is a big spoiler. If they just, see that one person sitting in the Delta terminal, they kind of know how it all ended, so they keep them around.
Hi, Dave. This is Kathy from Carlinville, Illinois. Much as I hate to say it, I think Clayton probably needs to leave this whole process alone because he has a big heart. He wears it on his sleeve. You can tell that he really wants to find love, but I just think at this point he's just not mature enough to be married to anybody, and he needs to probably stop and reflect and maybe just take time for himself. Thanks, Dave. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you so much. She says, leave the process. Yeah, he's got a big heart, all right. All right, Paula in Canada. A lot of Canadians calling in.
Hey there, this is Paula calling from Toronto, Canada. As I watched the show, I actually really think that Clayton was going for the hat trick. Like in hockey, 3 score in 1 game.
Oh
I think that's what he was going for. He wanted to have sex with all 3 of the women. And I think that's what pissed him off now. I still like him and I'm still on his side, but it's like, dude, just say you like the other girl more, which he did. I was very happy when he came in and said, I like Susie, because when I watched it, I saw that he said, I love you more to Susie.
Well, we can understand how Clayton here, let's okay, and I appreciate the hot takes. I appreciate the judgment. Here we have Clayton and Home Alone Macaulay Culkin here, sitting alone in the church. R.I.P. to that old man who is always scooping the salt. Love that guy, right? We all need him in our lives. We all need a neighbor like that. He defeats the wet bandits. That's gold. That's the 1990s, folks. I feel bad for people that weren't born in the 80s and can experience the true genius of Home Alone. Anyway, not those, those later versions where you got like the new kid who played Home Alone. All right, listen. Clayton, Susie left him, right? If Susie was his number 1, he's trying to mentally and emotionally wrap his head around Rachel and Susie, Rachel and Gabby, who he also loves. He also loves them. Call it what you want, love, lust, into them, whatever. He's trying to salvage. And I don't think that's a conscious thing. I don't think he's going, the one I love. So now I need to bag all 3 of them. So I disagree. I don't think he's trying to, I don't think bagging all 3 is the mission here. I think he's trying to, resolve the issues and carry on. But also now that his family's met, and again, we're all coming at this with points of view. That's why I watch the show. So respectfully, I could be completely wrong here, but we can't get into his mind. I just don't think there's a sinister motivation, like he's trying to bag all 3. I think he's trying to pursue each relationship, and his biggest problem was telling everyone he loved them, and probably hooking up with multiple people in the fantasy suite. But then again, wouldn't be the first time it happened. And communication would be a better thing if they all communicated expectations beforehand. All right, what do we have here?
Well, even though I spent $50 on sushi and wine,
By the way, $50 on sushi and wine is nothing in Los Angeles. That wouldn't get you a roll and a sip.
Special sushi. My sister forgot to record it, so I'm not watching it live tonight. I'll watch it tomorrow morning, but I'm still going to watch the live stream because I don't care at this point.
Well, thank you so much.
Hope your night's good. Bye,
So
guys.
this is our call from Northern Kentucky here. Let's go back to your first call. You called right before we went live. This is Cassidy in Northern Kentucky.
Hey, Dave. It's Cassidy from Northern Kentucky. I have Japanese sushi takeout, 3 bottles of Trader Joe's wine, and ice cream for later. I'm ready to watch this. I was going to catch it on Hulu tomorrow, but everybody's talking about it,
So she didn't. So she said she didn't end up watching it because she didn't have the cord. But 3 bottles of Trader Joe's wine. All right, so if you got sushi takeout and bought Trader Joe's wine, now I can see how that could be $50. But I was wondering where you were getting the whole combo because that's a pretty good deal. All right, let's go to our next voicemails.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Naomi from Connecticut, and I think that the most shocking. Oh my gosh.
All right, Neal, we lost you. Naomi call. Oh, here, Naomi called back.
Hey, it's Naomi from Connecticut. My last voicemail was terrible, so I just wanted to say that I think the most shocking bachelorette would probably be Shanae, and I think it would be good for the producers because they know that would be a very interesting show.
All right, well, let's ask the comment section. Should we have Shanae as Bachelorette? Let me know in the comment section. And also, I want to give we have a breaking announcement right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have hit the threshold for the most watched Bachelor live stream ever on my channel at 1,169 people. We are at 1,169 people. This has been a breaking news special announcement. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this community. We are blowing up the YouTubes right now. Very much appreciated. Let's continue with our next voicemail.
Hi, Dave. This is Fred from Frisco. I just wanted to know why none of the girls asked the parents if they're proud of their son and if the parents slandered on each other.
If the parents slandered on each other? Hey, Fred in San Francisco. Why didn't the girls ask the parents if they're proud of their son? Yeah, that's a good question. And maybe they didn't. Maybe they just. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. Maybe we didn't hear about it. All right, let's go to Chicago.
Hey, Dave. It's Alana and Jorge from Chicago. We just wanted to call in and say we're so excited for Clayton season to wrap up because we haven't seen this big of a lack of empathy since Katie Thurston and Greg Grippo. So let's see how it ends. See ya.
So lack of empathy by whom? Let me just double check that. We haven't seen this big of a lack of empathy during the Katie Thurston and Greg Grippo season, but do you mean lack of empathy from the audience or from the lead themselves? I'd love to know more.
Hey Dave, it's Ray from Texas. Oh my gosh, what the heck did we just watch?
gosh.
I can't believe they spent an hour on that final rose ceremony, and I really felt more for Gabby and Rachel in that moment than anybody else. But I have to say, Clayton has officially lost whatever empathy I had towards him because he really downplayed his involvement in Susie leaving to his parents, and he really deflected that Gabby wanted to leave and he had to fight for her to his parents instead of taking more of that blame on himself. I loved his dad and his mom and his brothers, but oh my gosh, I hope he ends up alone. I think that's the best solution. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye. Now listen, I watch the show while I type all my notes out, while I set up my live stream, while I fight with Tasha because we watch the show. We go, well, you don't think he meant that. You don't think he meant that. Come on, you're not. That's how you watch the show. Respectfully, love you. And hey, Tasha, come in here. She's naked. She's not coming in. Hey now. But my point being is that I thought Clayton was defending Susie by saying, hey, she was talking me up until the end. I was the one who let her go. Let me know in the comments, although I'm just blowing up so I might not be able to see it. But I thought Clayton was owning up to that, But either way, the parents are obviously going to root for the two women they saw. They're like, forget this Susie chick. We loved Rachel and we loved Gabby. And he's going to be like, well, whatever, it's a messy one, folks. But if Susie takes him back, you got to respect that he follows his heart, Teresa says she's still Team Greg. Boy, really, Greg really got off easy on this one, didn't he? All right, so let's go. We're going to go to our next voicemail in a second, but I do want to share with you guys, this is just incredible. We're at 53,764. I'm going to keep this. Don't get me wrong. We're going to be recapping this for the next hour or so. But if we can get this up to 53,850, we'll go a little bit longer. So now's your first warning that I'm holding you hostage here to get these subscribers up. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. We're going to have content all week long, kind of breaking down what the heck is going on. And we are just cracking the surface here. Next voicemail, you're up.
Oh my God, Dave, Natalie, like Clayton was answering questions that nobody was asking to hear the answer to. Nah, he just needs to stop talking. That is all. Goodbye.
Stop talking. Dude, you got to stop talking. Thank you for the call.
Hi, Dave. It's Rachel from Maryland again. Sorry to call twice, but I wanted to bring attention to the fact that Cassie was there. That was shocking. Also makes me think they might have been compensated because she has been gone for so long. But I loved her little monologue. I feel like she was really sticking it to Redacted when she was talking about that. I don't know. Anyone else super shocked to see her there?
I'll be honest. My episode, my channel that I watch, because I'm in Pacific time, and it's 3 minutes delayed, so I didn't get to watch the end of Cassie. So I don't even know what she said. I'm gonna watch it again tonight, but I always miss the last 2 or 3 minutes. You guys know I am probably one of Cassie's biggest fans and supporters. Excuse me. Everything that she's kind of gone through, this last couple of years through hell and back, I've been such a supporter of hers. Let's see. We saw her heading to the show. So here she is getting her hair done, getting ready for tonight. And then there she is. That's Brighton, her boyfriend, real supportive guy, talented musician. Here they are.
Right now, and we are headed to the live Bachelor finale. I'm so excited, so nervous because I haven't done something like this in so long. But on a real note, I watched the finale.
All right, so it's crazy, she says. All right, so that's it. There's no other comments from her. I thought we might have some more comments from her, but either way, she is a. Let's put it this way: Cassie Randolph is a value added to Bachelor Nation, and they don't deserve her after everything. I don't know if they stood by her as much as they could have. They didn't make any public statements during her crisis and all that. But again, she doesn't need them. She's doing just fine on her own. We love Cassie Randolph. Big fans. All right. Caroline in Las Vegas. Oh, I was just in Las Vegas.
Hi, this is Caroline from Las Vegas. I feel so bad for Clayton. I feel like everyone knows that Bachelor rules aren't real life rules. And everyone's like, you wouldn't want your future fiance sleeping with someone right before they propose to you, but you also wouldn't want them making out with someone either. So I feel like Clayton isn't the brightest. He played by Bachelor rules, and now he's getting chastised by real life rules, and it's very unfair. People didn't attack other leads like this, especially when they're bachelorettes, the females. I feel bad for him. I think he has good intentions. He's just pretty stupid. That's all. Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much. And people that are saying, oh, Cassie might be the next Bachelorette. Come on, she's got a boyfriend, Brighton. We can go to Brighton's page if you want to see Brighton. Let's see if Brighton has posted anything here regarding their trip here. They're adorable. They're doing really well. Started off as friends, built a good friendship up, and there they are. Just an adorable looking couple. And hey, who knows? They're young, Either they work out or they don't. But either way, seems like the real deal type of guy. Oh, so here they are. This is on Brighton's page. Warner Brothers, Stage 14 in Burbank, California. Waiting for you, Cassie. So there's Brighton. Look, it's, that's That's a guy who seems like a confident boyfriend there, you know? He's there to support his lady. She's got this cute little midriff hoodie on, some nice boyfriend jeans, maybe flared out at the bottom with a couple, some Keds sneakers on. I don't know what she's wearing. Either way, I'll promote Cassie till the cows come home. We love Cassie. All right. Oh, we had a good call here. One of the fan favorites, ladies. Get ready for this call.
Dave, your voicemail's hilarious, but your boy Josh from Boston, what did we just watch?
I don't know.
This was crazy. I have said enough about Clayton. What I will say is this man needs to abort mission as fast as possible. The other two things I want to point out is how the producers, the geniuses they are, have taken one of the most boring seasons I've ever watched and have really hyped up the drama to one of the most unique finales that I have ever seen. This is must-watch TV. The other thing I want to say is the resolve of both Gabby and Rachel. I didn't find them that compelling of characters early on, especially Gabby, but Gabby really took it to another level tonight with how she handled the entire situation. And I just hate that it seems like they're both going to get rejected for a second time, which is why Clayton should have aborted this mission tonight. Anyways, it's going to be a mess, but let's watch this mess together. Have a good night, Dave. Peace.
Says it's going to be a mess. Let's watch this mess together. Looks like we got some messages. Speaking of messages, from some people in the YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm trying to see if I can find the Instagram. No, I don't think we have any Instagram. Yeah, I just can't believe it. I thought we'd have some people wanting to. Hey, I guess I'm striking out, folks. We don't have anybody who wants to comment through Instagram. I thought it'd be a nice, fun thing we could do where I could see some of you guys versus just your audio. But hey, you don't have your hair done, your eyelashes aren't, curled enough or whatever it is that needs to go on. I get it. All right. Susie we have Susie calling in. Is this Susie from The Bachelor? Is this Susie in Iceland?
Hi, Dave. It's Susie here from New York. I am actually surprised to say that I wasn't surprised. And yes, my name is Susie, so yeah, but I'm actually not surprised that he chose her. And I feel like he was kind of stringing the girls along to try to see it through. But I think he knew from the start, and I'm kind of a little upset with him that he didn't just let them go. It just felt like he was choosing them second, as his father said. Anyways, that's my thoughts. Bye.
Yeah, the question becomes, thank you for the call, Susie in New York. The question becomes, did he choose the other people as self-preservation, or did he choose them because he was trying to wrap his head around it? All right. I just got a story sent to me from Luis, but it won't let me see your story, Luis, because I'm not following you. So I just followed you, Luis, and we'll see if you send me your story. All right. I gotta love the internet. Okay. Let's keep the party going. Great phone calls. Christine, New York.
Hi, this is Christine from New York. I was Team Clayton, but I just finished watching this finale, and I'm still kind of in shock. And I just wish he had had a little bit more self-awareness before he moved forward. Can't say I'm Team Clayton anymore.
All right, you lost one. And we're getting all the comments from people saying why they can't send a video message. Jody says, we're drunk and in PJs. Well, listen, you could send a video message pointed at your dog. You don't have to Nicole says she's naked. Nicole was clearly overwhelmed by Josh's voicemail there. But hey, aren't we all? Griselda's in the house. Good to see you, Griselda. Sorry. Wow. All right, here we go. Let's go to Nicole in Dallas.
I have already left a voicemail, and I'm so sorry. I know you're getting so many. This is Nicole from Dallas. One last thing about the parents thing. Not only do I wish that they had known the full scope of what happened with Susie, I wish they had been able to, like, I don't know, maybe see the video, like, roll the playback so they could really understand. Because I feel like they already had made up their mind that, Susie had just walked out on him, like she had left him. And that was that. But also, did anybody else notice, and I thought this was so strange, whenever he first walked in to see his family, for the very first time throughout all this, he walked past his mother to hug his dad first. I don't know why. That just was very strange to me. He walked past her. I don't know. It probably meant nothing, but I noticed it. Anybody else? Okay, bye.
I didn't notice that, but that's very interesting. It's hard to know what's going on there. I'm having a hard time pulling up on my desktop some videos that are coming in. I've got a couple videos coming in, so I'm going to try to get to those in a minute. But let's go to let's keep this voicemail going.
Hey, Dave, it's Grace from Texas again. Just to clarify my voicemail from earlier, I heard you just play it on the live, and I want to say that he deflected the blame from himself when he talked to his parents about Susie leaving the first time in the episode. So when he was talking about his situation with Susie and saying how she wanted to leave, I felt like the parents had that in their head when they met Gabby and Rachel. And then when he came back around, he's like, no, you weren't there. You didn't realize that she was, like, trying to talk to me. I think that he had presented it so differently from the get-go, they couldn't rationalize what he was feeling, and it made it seem like he was being irrational, especially given his other actions towards Gabby and Rachel. That was it. Have a great night.
I loved the energy there. That was the most prompt voicemail we've had so far. We actually only have 4 voicemails lined up. So if anyone is wanting to call, now is the time to do it. We only have 4 voicemails lined up. So let me know what you think.
Hey, Dave. This is Tiffany B. calling from Orlando, Florida. Love the podcast, by the way, or the YouTube show, or whatever you want to call it. I guess my question is, I didn't get to watch the finale tonight, but I kind of want to know if it was as hyped as all of the alumni made it seem. I'm definitely excited to watch it tomorrow on Hulu with my husband. We're big fans. So, yeah, was it as good as it was? Or as it was made out to be? Let me know.
Well, I'll tell you this. Their finale is tomorrow, right? This was just the old foreplay, as it were. And I got to tell you this: we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know how wild it's going to get. It's going to spill out to the live after the final rose. And to be honest, we might I'll check, but is tomorrow night a 3-hour finale possibly? Does anyone know if there's an after the final rose? The after the final rose is usually 1 hour after the show, but let me know if I'm missing that. But either way, we'll be live right after the show ends.
Hi, Dave. This is Princess from Pennsylvania. Wow, that was just crazy. I do think Clayton is a little dumb. I mean, after all of this, like, I understand that it's The Bachelor, but the way that he spoke to Susie, I feel like isn't really forgivable. But I mean, who knows? Who knows what he's going to say? Who knows how it really went down? There's a lot of edits, I'm sure. So, yeah, I'm excited to see how it turns out tomorrow, and especially what's actually happening, like, in real time. So, okay, bye.
Yeah, people are saying it's going to be the wildest. We'll have to see. Now, I'm getting a lot of messages sent to me, and God, will you believe it? I'm almost wondering if I'm not able to play them on my desktop. Let me just keep on playing your voicemails, and we'll figure this out.
Hey, this is Samantha Butler from Niagara Falls, and I love your show. I just want to say that watching this show, I was only committed to 1 glass of rosé, and I feel like we might have finished the bottle. I was on a roller coaster ride the entire time, like we all were, and it was just, honestly, these are the kinds of finales that I live for, and I'm not sure if everyone enjoyed it, but I really am enjoying it, and I can't wait for tomorrow's drama to unfold as well. I think I'm on the side that if Shanae was the next Bachelorette, I would also watch it. So, but, you know, I would also just be as happy if Gabby got it as well. Anyways, that's my opinion, and thanks for doing your live. Bye.
Thank you so much. And boy, how annoying is this that I'm not able to play some of these video messages through my desktop, but I'm going to play them right here for you guys. Let's have a watch.
I just wanted to comment on his conversation with his parents about the women. I have to agree that he really didn't take any blame for what went on with Sue. Hi Dave, Morgan here from Toronto. I just wanted to comment on his conversation with his parents about the women. I have to agree that he really didn't take any blame for what went on with Sue.
That was the first one.
And furthermore, I understand like the candidness of the conversations between Gabby and himself and Rachel and himself when they were about to leave. I think Susie, and furthermore, I understand like the candidness of the.
This is so hard to do. 3 parts. Not your fault.
Enough to be in this role, and wish everyone the best, but. I think he's just not experienced enough to be in this role, and wish everyone the best, but I think he's just not experienced enough to be
not experienced enough. Thank you so much. Okay, so it looks like the only way I'm going to be able to play these on my desktop is if you send me a message through Instagram story. I believe it has to be public to play on my desktop. I'll keep on playing your messages, but I'm just letting you guys know that the video messages are only going to be... Hey, Tasha. I can hashtag a story? Tasha's giving me some advice here. Hold on, folks. But isn't that weird that I told people to send me videos and I can't play them through the desktop? I can only play them on my phone. Can I search a hashtag? I mean, I guess it's probably too late for that. But can they say that? Can they send that through a private message? Oh, no. I'll have to look into that. Thank you, honey. So Tasha's the Instagram expert here.
Finale of Bachelor history. This tops any Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, Bachelor Pad ever. This is some crazy stuff. And I thought Ari's season finale was crazy. Nope. This topped it by a billion. I'm still trying to process what the hell just happened. This is the crazy.
So thank you so much for that. She says this, and that's Tyra with an Instagram message saying that this is wilder than Ari season. Well, I think tomorrow might be. I just feel like we don't quite know yet. All right, let's go to our next voicemail. All right, if I got to play them that way, I'll play them that way. Lots of voicemails to get to. Let's go to Vicky in South Dakota.
Hi, Dave. It's Vicky from South Dakota. Have you ever just wanted to reach to the screen and strangle someone? Those girls, I'm telling you what, they are very, very nice-looking girls with very great personalities. They should have dumped his ass. No, get out of there. Run as fast as you can. No, this is not a competition. No. I'm just really, really disappointed in both of the women tonight. Have a good night, Dave.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to know. They don't get to watch, like Monday morning quarterbacking, like we said. They don't get to watch it. Elise says, Ari's finale was not top tier at all. There was no proposal. Stakes remain low. Well, yeah, we're just not there. We're not at the end of the movie, folks. We're not at the end of the movie. All right, keep the voicemails coming.
Hi, Dave. Mrs. B calling from Hamilton, Ontario. Loved this finale so far. His family actually, they seem pretty reasonable because I don't think they have all the facts. So I'm actually kind of on his family side on their perspective of everything. I still think Clayton's kind of an idiot, and I can't wait for tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, tomorrow, look, I mean, it's going to be a whole new game. We're going to see how it ends. Again, I don't know. I mean, I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy to be mad at Clayton. You know, we're not a part of it. I've never gone through it. I'm just, you know, I'm sure. I mean, if anyone is going to be on The Bachelor moving forward, watch this. Don't tell people you love them. You might never see anyone tell someone they love them again until they're the final one. And rightfully so.
Hey Dave, this is Andrew from Tennessee. I just wanted to say that I like Clayton's dad.
Yeah.
That's all.
We like Clayton's dad. He seems like a good guy. I mean, the whole family. We liked the mom. We met the mom in the first episode. She was adorable. Elise Eliza says it is literally a reality dating competition. And Susie says, love is blurry. It sure is. A nice quote from the great Shake. Love is blurry. All right, let's keep the party going. Lots of voicemails to get through. Make sure to hit the like button if you haven't already, and hit the subscribe button. As you guys know, I'm going to be recapping and doing live streams. If we can get this number up to 53,850, let's go for 53,850. We'll keep this party going. So keep hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already. It is much appreciated. And I'm burping. I got some Coke Zero energy happening right now. Next voicemail. We have Ananya. Ananya?
Hi, Dave. My name is Ananya. I'm from Ottawa, Canada, and I just watched the part 1 of the finale. I think that Clayton needed to be more clear with his, I don't know.
Oh, we lost you there. It looks like we disconnected. Clayton, be more clear. Rita couldn't be more clear with her super chat. Thank you so much. $20 from Rita says, thanks for all the videos. Big fan. I'm a big fan of you, Rita. Always. Thank you so much. Hannah, you're up.
Hi, Dave. This is Hannah. I've been a big fan of your show since, Matt season.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Considering how Clayton's season has progressed, do you think producers will ever choose a quote-unquote unknown contestant and make them the Bachelor before the audience gets to know them through the show previously? I hope that makes sense. Anyways, I hope you have a good night. Bye.
Yeah, good question. Thanks for the call, and thanks for supporting the channel. I appreciate you. I appreciate that the producers decide to make the best show possible and not do what the audience necessarily wants. I do appreciate that. I'll always appreciate creative decisions. They didn't choose Mr. Popular. They just choose who they thought would make good TV. Whether that's a mess, sure. But did that make us look at the situation differently? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we would have come to any other conclusions based on what we see so far. But the story with Clayton Echard is not over. If he falls in love with someone, while there will be several broken hearts, we remember Matt James. I mean, he broke Michelle Young's heart, right? And, the guy was following his and found love. So it's going to happen. It's messy. It happens every season. Again, I guess I should ask you guys this. Other than not explicitly tell everyone what they were going to do in the fantasy suite, was saying I love you to multiple women the biggest crime committed?
Hey, Dave, it's Karen from Hamilton, Ontario. I did send a voicemail earlier. I guess you lost it. It's okay. Can someone please tell me who the obvious one was for Clayton's parents? Because I can't figure it out. Bye.
Good question. Anyone in the comment section want to take that one? Who was the obvious choice from Clayton's parents? I mean, I think parents are just going to be happy. They see Gabby first, so I'm sure they loved Gabby. But then Rachel was really showing how smitten she was to Clayton's dad. So I'm sure they would be happy for Clayton if either one of them was the final.
Hi, it's I from Massachusetts.
Hi.
And thank you, Dave, for doing this. It's really fun to watch your podcast. But I just wanted to say that I felt bad for Gabby. I think he should have let her go. At this point, he definitely was feeling more for Rachel and Susie. And I think he wasn't there with her. So I think he should have let her go without having her stay. Thank you.
Yeah. If you love him, let him go. Isn't that what they say? Oh, John's up.
Hey, Dave. It's John. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Just kidding. John's too afraid to talk right now, but this is Bree.
Hi, Bree.
And okay, I just have a question for the chat. I want to know how much wine was consumed in tonight's episode.
Okay, good question.
Bye.
Thank you so much, John and Bree. The question is, how much wine did you drink tonight? So what was your drink of choice and how much? Let us know. I just had a bowl of soup. I guess I'm boring, but I'm also on the West Coast. I can't get wasted. I can't enjoy it the way you guys do, because then I got to come up here and do, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I'll try to have a couple drinks. I'll have some celebratory cocktails tomorrow night to wrap up the season.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Wow. This is Jen from NC. It takes a lot to shock me, and honestly, I have watched the shows up until like the final rose because I'm still triggered from Ari's season. But a moment just that I wanted to point out, or that really said something to me, was after Clayton had told both of the girls what had happened, and he spoke to Gabby and then spoke to Rachel. Is when Rachel walked up to him, even though she was really upset, she still reached out her hand, and it just solidified this girl has cared about him from the beginning. She cares about him now, and I don't know. I think it's just so clear, like, that she truly loves him, and dang it to bits.
Dang it to bits.
Wild.
Wild.
But yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. Have a good night.
Tomorrow's going to be great. As you guys know, we'll be live streaming 1 hour before and directly after tomorrow night's East Coast episode. We'll be live streaming all throughout East Coast, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. And if we're really off the chains, I mean, there's a price for everything, but we'll stick around for Hawaii. I'm kidding. Probably not. But hey, we'll see. Got to support the non-continental United States. All right. So we've got some comments from people telling us about how much wine they drank. A lot of no wine drinkers. Hey, whatever you want to do. Drink water, drink wine. I've been drinking this giant thing of water every day. You know, it's got my water label, you know, how much to drink. I'm already at I'm about where I'm supposed to be. Maybe I'm a few sips behind. But anyway, that's what I'm up to. All right, let's keep the conversation going. We'll keep playing your voicemails. Let's go to Dale in Maryland.
Hey, this is Dale from Maryland, and I'm still here with a bunch of women. And we watched the show, and I got to say, I've switched teams. I have switched teams. I am on the woman team now. And if Gabby is the new Bachelorette, I might have to get a divorce and try out for the Bachelor because I really like that Gabby. Anyway, the other women in my house all agree with me that he needs to maybe just give up on love. Well, that's it for Maryland. Bye-bye.
Oh, how funny. We had Dale calling in from Maryland, and I don't know if I have your voicemail from last week, but last week Dale left an epic voicemail. Oh, I can't find it. How good was it last week? Saying he was on team. You've switched teams, essentially, which happens, but thank you so much for calling in. Really appreciate you. How funny is that? Might have to get a divorce, he says. Well, let us do the paperwork for you.
My name is Tyra, and I'm from Texas. This is the craziest finale of Bachelor history I've ever seen. And I've seen Ari's season, and I thought that was crazy. But nope, this has topped it. I'm still Team Clayton. I have no idea who he's going to choose. I do hope he chooses the one I'm thinking, but obviously I could be hella wrong. So I don't know what's going on. I think he needs some therapy after this for sure. And I hope whoever he picks, they work out, because I really do think he deserves love. Thank you.
I think everyone deserves love.
I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we
All right, so we've got Blake with a statement. Blake Horseman. Clayton doesn't seem to have enough empathy in these moments because he wasn't in love with Michelle Young and didn't get his heart broken on national television. The leads have a better shot at finding love if they are from the top three and have fallen in love in this environment. Well, I couldn't agree more with the first part. I wouldn't necessarily say they have a better chance at falling in love if they were a top three, but I do understand that he doesn't possibly know what it's like to be a top three going through the fantasy suite experiments with someone else. That's why we hold grace for Clayton, because he just hasn't been in that situation before. He's flying blind. His first time in the fantasy suites is as the lead, and it is showing. All right, let's go to some more voicemails. Let's see. Is this where we're at? Hold on a second. 240. That's from last week. All right, let's go. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get back to the top here. Got a lot of voicemails coming in. You wouldn't believe it. A ton of voicemails. Boy, those are all the way back from October. What? Where am I? I'm missing. Oh, I'm missing all the new ones. Found them. All right, let's go back to it. David. I'm David. This is from Kim in Texas.
Hey, Dave. This is Kim from Texas, and from the beginning, the show created the storyline that they wanted after they had filmed the show. And so they brought to us the story that they wanted to tell, the one with Shanae. It took up, 3 episodes? So there was no love story being shown. They have not shown us his relationship with Susie, which is why it's like, why is he so in love?
Oh, we just lost you there. I'm sorry. I don't know why it paused.
With Susie, because they didn't show it to us, just like they didn't show, Nate and Michelle, but they don't show it because they don't want us to guess that it's her. That's why I knew it wasn't Rachel who was going to win in the end, because they tried to make us believe that. I don't think Clayton is stupid or dumb or too immature to get married. I feel like he's just in a crazy position. Rachel and Gabby still think he's a good guy because he is. He is just caught up in this crazy situation that none of us have never been in. Do I wish he had never told them I love you or I'm in love or whatever? Yes, that is his mistake. Not the fact that he slept with them, because most people sleep with multiple people, and most people, not most, but a lot of people have told other people that they love them. Michelle did it. She didn't get crazy backlash. It's just that we know he slept with several, and we know he told them he loved them, and so that's why people are so upset. But he's not the first one to do it. He's not the only one. So I wish them all happiness and peace and mental peace, emotional peace, and hope it works out for them all. They will find somebody in the end somewhere, even if it's not on the show. Let's have grace for these people. He's not a bad human being. He just has made a mistake. Or 2 or 3.
Bye. Oh, bye. We always love hearing from Kim in Texas. Kim says, we haven't been on the show. We don't know what we would do. He's a good guy who's made some mistakes. Couldn't have said it better myself, Kim. Rachel Brown says, I need to go on this show, except I'm in a relationship. Well, if you want, you can call the voicemail line and break up with him, and then we'll send him a link, and then he can figure it out. All right, folks. Angel said Dan just called. Should we skip to Dan's voicemail? Angel, tell me what Dan's voicemail number is. Or not his voicemail number, but tell me his area code, and we'll try to... Oh, no, I found Dan. Here's Dan's voicemail.
Hey, Dave, it's Dan from California. So, why are you so obsessed with Tasha? Bye.
Well, because Tasha's my girl. That's why I'm obsessed with her. I think he meant Tasha, which, of course, we'll be obsessed with both.
Hey Dave, it's Ananya from Ottawa, Canada, and I just really want that after, the finale is aired, that they release the entire conversation between Clayton and Susie. I know it's not going to happen, but, unedited, and I just want to see a lot of these conversations take place unedited to see what really happened, so that we can have, a better idea, or, be able to, I want to say, judge them better without judging them in a bad way. Anyways, that's all. Thanks.
Yeah, look, hey, they're not going to do that. I think it'd be great. I think they should be putting these conversations, the full conversations on their YouTube, but then we would see where if they showed the full conversations, we would get to see how badly they're butchering them, and they're not going to do that. That's like a chef not showing you all the fat and butter he's putting into the product. He's like, you love the food, right? You're like, yeah, it's great. He's like, well, what's in it? Well, don't worry about what's in it. It's good. I make great cranberry sauce. You don't need to know there's 3 cups of sugar in it. You know what I mean? So I don't think that they would share that, but I do agree that it would be great if they did. It would be fantastic. All right, we've got let's see what we got here. I'm looking for some new. I'm in the messages. 4 minutes ago, I got mentioned in somebody's story. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see if this is it. My usual Monday night routine. Oh, I'll share this. That way I can, I guess what I have to do, the only way that I can play video voicemails from my profile on my Instagram is if I share that. So let's just go to what I just shared. That's me. Okay, I shared some of these things earlier. Here it is. So there's no audio. This is from Cute Thing Score. My usual Monday night routine, just watching the Bachelor finale. Part 1. Now I'm glued to Neal's live stream, and I think Susie will probably get the final rose, but they won't end up together. Clayton is probably single after all this, and on top of that, he's getting a villain edit on his own season, so what can they do? Send him to paradise for redemption? No, he's not going to paradise. Also, which brother was the one in Teddy's DMs? Shout out to all my Bachelor Nation besties. I hope you're all having a great night. Those are good. I mean, look, I don't think anybody except who's in that room knows what goes down. I think Clayton might not be single. I always assumed he was single. Kelsey says, considering the spoilers, did anything surprise you tonight? Well, no, the spoilers aren't, and again, we won't get into them here, into any actual spoilers, but the spoilers don't tell the story. So Reality Steve's spoilers, I don't believe tell the whole story. I believe they tell the story up until the end of Iceland. I was going to say Finland, but I do believe, I do declare, I do believe that there's going to be more to come from after the final rose with Clayton, but I don't know that for sure. I just have a hunch that it ain't over.
Hi, Dave. This is April from Clarksville, Tennessee. I am just so torn on this. I don't know what to think. I can't even wrap my head around it. I just think so far right now where I'm at is maybe there's a lot of manipulation going on with the producers. I think that Clayton is such a people pleaser that he has been pulled and tugged and pushed, and I don't know, maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but it just seems like there's a lot of stuff going on that probably has jeopardized the whole process for everyone. Anyway, I hope things go for the best tomorrow. That's it. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you that I feel like he's the product of a show that doesn't care about his happiness. And yeah, he's made mistakes, but I don't believe that it wasn't without being guided in some poor directions. Natalie says these two deserve better. Boy, don't they look right there? Don't they look fantastic? It's too bad how sad they were. Oh boy, how about the echo, the crying? You know, I mean, I'm not saying they shouldn't have been crying. It was just sad hearing them cry through this beautiful, performing arts center that they were in. LC says, what does Dave think of Clayton? I think I've made, well, if anyone's new, I'll say this. I've kind of been on the same page all along where I go, look, last week's fight, I didn't believe that we got to know all the details of what happened. There are some podcasts that I respect, Dear Shandy, that were thinking that there was lots of talks about producer manipulation that they didn't include. I wonder if Clayton was pushed to open up to all the women and not understanding exactly what he was getting into. It sounds like I'm making a lot of excuses for him, but I'm operating under my standard, which is people are trying the best with the information they have.
Hi, Dave. It's Katie Rose from Dallas.
Hi, Katie.
I have to say, so I loved Clayton's family. They seem like really sweet, genuine people, but I was really disappointed that they were basically talking him out of following his heart and going after Susie. I just personally think that's kind of crap. My parents actually had not been together for like a year when my dad basically called my mom up and asked her to marry him. Wonderful story, something like straight out of a movie. But I just think about it, and then people tried to talk him out of this Hail Mary move. I literally would not be here today. They've been together for 40 years. I just think it's kind of crap that people would tell you who your perfect one is. I wish they had said, go follow your heart. So I would just love to hear your thoughts on that.
Thanks, I couldn't agree with you more. So this caller, and thank you so much. Play some music here while we discuss your call. This caller is basically saying, look, Clayton's family didn't encourage him to follow his heart. They were trying to convince him, like, look, she left. She walked away. She's not that into you. And Clayton, against all odds, right? Against all odds is saying, you know what? No. No, you guys don't know what I know. You don't feel what I feel. And you got to respect that. You got to respect that he's willing to burn it all to pursue someone that's no longer there because of the way it ended. And again, I've said this before. It could be possible that Clayton, no, don't get me wrong. Terrible, the conversation did not end well with Susie. But with that said, I asked this of Dr. Diane Strakowski. I go, how would you apologize? How would you go about resolving this? Sometimes people do walk out of your life, and again, I don't always think that means they're necessarily walking away from you. What Clayton's parents don't seem to understand is that this show is a pressure cooker situation. There's so much going on. You don't truly know how everyone feels. Everyone's guarding their heart and playing a game. And I wouldn't write Susie off just because she walked away or gave an ultimatum. Hey, it's like Tom Brady. He retired. We didn't write him off. He needed to spend 3 weeks with his family to go, you know what? That was a bad decision. And these people need to get out of this bubble that they're in that's causing them to kind of think erratically, and maybe their minds will change. 53,801 subscribers. If we want to keep this party going, let's get it up to 53,850. I'm not going to set a timer just yet, but let's give 30 minutes. I'm going to set a 30-minute timer right now. 30 minutes to get us up to 53,850, and we will unlock another half an hour. So that's the plan right now. Here is a timer for, hold on 1 second. 30, it's 8:01. I'm going to count down to it's 8:01 right now. Count down to 8:32. So here's the timer right there. If you can get me to 53,850 subscribers in the next half an hour, we'll do one more half hour. All right, so that's the goal there. Let's keep the party going. More voicemails coming your way. Thank you guys so much. These are all fantastic voicemails. Let's go to Sharon in Jersey.
Dave, this is Sharon from New Jersey. If Clayton goes to see Susie because that's where he thinks his heart is, before he knows that she will accept or decline a conversation with him, it's my opinion that he needs to tell the other two women that that's it. They're done. He doesn't love them as much as he loves the woman that already left.
Interesting.
It's my opinion.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't think he's going to do that. So the caller said Clayton should release the other women before he pursues Susie. And I think, like anything, the show is working its way to the final, and having 2 or 3 left at this point is okay. I totally can see what you're saying. If he really, almost like, hate to use the comparison, but it's almost like Colton. Wasn't Colton willing to end the season for Cassie? Again, that was a little toxic, but if you really feel like you're pursuing your one and you're missing your one, let the others go. Let them go. It's going to be heartbreaking no matter how it ends.
Hey, Dave, this is Sarah from PA. This was a wild part 1 of the finale, but can we talk about how Caitlin was there tonight? Do we think that she's going to be a part of the Bachelorette season, or was that announced and maybe I missed that? I'm also happy for Cassidy to be on there tonight. I think it's awkward that they said Colton's name, but it's a way for the Bachelor to show direct support to Cassidy versus Colton, I think. Very interesting stuff going on, and I could cast my vote for Bachelorette. It would be for Miss Gabby. I think that she has an amazing personality and be a lot of fun. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Gabby would be great. Dawn says 1,300 people watching live right now, and only 325 of us have hit the like button. Come on, friends. Let's get Dave's stats up. Hit that like button. Yes, please. Hit the like button an odd number of times. Bump your Harrison on top of that like button. Pump your Palmer all over that like button. Hit your bong on top of that Little John. And don't forget to lance your bass all over that. Excuse me. I'm dying. And sling your spade onto that like button if you don't mind. Thank you so much. And then we had someone, I already forgot what the last comment was saying here. So many great comments. Some people are wondering who Tom Brady is. Just the greatest winning athlete of all time. That's who that is. All right, let's keep it going. Oh, so the comment before, which I lost here because there's too many comments, was saying the reason that the parents weren't in support of Clayton is because they didn't know that he was the one who pushed her away. Which almost makes you wonder if we watched the wrong, if the edited version of what we watched wasn't what actually happened. Something's not lining up, and I don't have the resources to pursue it all. But I'm kind of wondering if all of the edits kind of line up here. Who knows?
Hey Dave, it's Chris from Tennessee.
Hi Chris.
I didn't get to watch the finale, but I was wondering if you'd give me a 1-minute synopsis. Thanks, looking forward to
Great.
it. Bye.
Sure. 1-minute synopsis of part 1. It starts with Clayton knowing that Susie already left, and he shows up and talks to Rachel and Gabby, and tells Rachel and Gabby he was intimate with both of them. They both go in different directions crying. It echoes through the hallway. Rachel cries and probably drools a lot of snot onto some stairwell. Some janitor's going to have to scrub that up later. Gabby channels her anger a little bit more, and he's like, man, F this. He asks Rachel if she'll take the rose. She says, sure. He asks Gabby, and she goes, will you walk me out? And then after walking her out, because she said no, he convinces her to come back, and now it's the final two, and they go to meet with Clayton's parents, and everyone gets along. And now at the end, Jesse Palmer shows up and says, Susie's still in Iceland, and that's where it ends. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Boy, I should do this for a living, right? All right, let's go to John in Virginia. Yep, kid.
Hi, Dave. John from Virginia here. And I'm worried about Clayton because all of these are situations that since he was on The Bachelor, he should know that they're coming. And for any of the girls remaining, I feel like I wouldn't be confident in how he handles situations in the real world because of the lack of tact that we're seeing here.
Good question. Well, the real world, all right, so let's say he's got pharmaceutical sales. The real world wouldn't pit him to make decisions with his heart. It's hard to compare to the real world. How people act in their love life, you can be emotionally mature in all situations except for love. I know so many people that have everything together business-wise, and they cannot find a partner because they're bad at communicating. So it's really hard to say. This could be the weakest part of who he is. He could have been anybody can go from being an F-boy to settling down. I mean, I wouldn't call myself an F-boy, but I certainly wasn't willing to commit to long-term relationships until I found someone worth, and I don't mean settling in a bad way, but worth spending the rest of my life with. So I see the options of not being emotionally mature until you realize what you want, and we've all gone through breakups that get us to that point where we realize what we want. And this might be Clayton's first real heartbreak, and albeit it's a very unique situation, it'll make him a stronger version of who he is.
Hi, it's Sarah again. There are only a few voicemails in queue. I just wanted to say a little more. So my heart completely shattered for Rachel. Watching her cry on the stairs, I literally was crying on my couch. And as for Gabby, I think she's such a strong woman who set boundaries, and I think so highly of that. I think anyone who sets boundaries is really admirable. But it was just really hard to watch in general.
Nice jugs.
I don't think what Clayton did was great, but as I said earlier, I don't think he's a bad person. I think he's just doing his best, and this is a weird situation where you're dating multiple people. As for Susie, I honestly think the same way of intimacy, and I couldn't continue if I was in her position and the guy I was with had done stuff with somebody else, especially two people, would make me uncomfortable too. However, I think that she should have said this before fantasy suites, the same way Maddie did, if I remember correctly. And also, as for the video messages, I simply am way too insecure to do any of that.
Oh, you're so kind. Well, thank you so much for the voicemail. I really appreciate you. And yeah, another commenter just saying, hey, I don't think he's a bad guy. He's just lost. All right. Oh, Claire Crowley just posted. And here we have her. It's a little loud. Here she is on her way to Bachelor ABC. Is that what she wore? Let me just move this out of the way. That's the timer for the countdown clock here. Let's go back to, there she is, taking her Uber Deluxe there. Tip your drivers. And there's Michelle and Claire and Nick coming out. Very nice. Looks pretty good here. Now we'll go back to what I believe to be the All right, so I said 53,850 will unlock an extra half hour. We're at 53,822. So we need to get 28 more subscribers. That sounds very doable in the next 21 minutes. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now is your shot. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Brianna says, hot AF. Yeah, my Tasha said the same thing. She said, oh my gosh, Claire is looking better than she's ever looked. And I couldn't agree more. I mean, we want your happiness inside and out, but this is a lady, I mean, she just, she's rocking it. She's doing her thing. She's been exploring, talking about her breast implant illness, or breast implant extraction, and how it's made her feel healthier and not having the same anxiety issues and stress issues to her body. So very, very happy for Claire's journey. I've so much enjoyed following her. Hey, even once in a while, she's sent our channel some nice love there. So we appreciate that she's a supporter of ours. Let's go to Brittany in Atlanta. Oh, we better get a good accent here.
Hi, Dave. This is Brittany from Atlanta, Georgia.
Love it.
I love the YouTube channel. I love the show. This finale, this first part of the finale, it was a lot. What I will say, and I'll try to be quick, but what I will say is that I still really like Clayton. I really do agree that he wears his heart on his sleeve. And I kind of feel like because of the fact that he held back so many of his feelings and wasn't vulnerable in the beginning, now it's like towards the end and he just let all of his, feelings spill all over himself, that it just overflew, like it came out too much, and now he's in one big heartfelt mess.
Yes.
With these women. And I also agree that he definitely, would have been better if he would have told any of them that he loved them, just like past contestants have done, like Katie in her season, where she just vowed that she was just going to tell one person that she loved them, and after she told them that she loved them, she ended up, cutting off the other relationships. So, yeah, but I'm enjoying the finale, and I can't wait to see how it ends. All right, thanks. Bye.
Brittany in Atlanta, what a charming accent you have. Yeah, good point. Katie said, hey, I'm only going to tell one person I love him. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. When they're picking jury, when they're picking jury for a trial, they don't want you to already be biased by knowing what the trial is about, what you've read in the news. I almost wonder if the producers picked Clayton because he didn't know the rules to the game. I truly wonder if they were like, all right, we've had a couple dull seasons. We need mess. Let's pick someone who hasn't been in a fantasy suite, who doesn't know, who hasn't watched the show before. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't know some of these rules, which sounds so obvious.
What's up, Dave? This is Cassie from New Jersey.
Hey,
and I just had to say that one thing that really stood out to me was when Gabby said that she didn't want to be measured and she didn't want to be the most. And then he told Susie that he loved her the most. I think that really just speaks for itself, and that really stood out to me. I also thought it was wild that they brought back former leads to roast him. All right, that's it. Bye.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Clayton's perception has been mismanaged from the start. I'm not saying he's perfect, but they didn't have his best interest. We know that. Iris says, Gabby and Rachel checking in on each other after Clayton's bombshell is the love that I'm here for. True Queens. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. You are absolutely right. They are friends. There's no enemies in the finale, the final 3-4 women. It's great. All right. Let's go to... Okay, here we go.
This is Tara from Texas again. Thank you for playing my Instagram message. My only question about this whole thing is, does he write any kind of notes about these relationships that he's having? Does he have a pros and cons list or something? I'm just very curious. I want to be in his mind if possible, but I'm so confused.
I gotta turn your voicemail off because I can hear my voice in the background and it's driving me insane. Good question though. Does he write notes, take notes? I'm sure. Yeah, they journal. They don't really have any other options but to journal. 832. So we're 18 away. Maybe I should have set the bar higher. We're only 18 away to get to 53,850 tonight. So we have 17 minutes to do that. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. And I've got two voicemails here, or two Instagram messages from Tyra.
It's going to end up with at all. I'm still slightly confused. But I do have one person I hope he ends up with, but I'm not gonna say it. I am still Team Clayton. I think Clayton needs to have a really 2-hour conversation with Jesse just to try to work out some of these feelings that he's having, because I don't think meeting the parents helped that much. Don't know who.
Oh yeah, good questions. And actually that kind of goes into the next question, but hold on one second. Silver Streak sent $20 and says, "You are amazing." Well, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Anastasia, hey Dave, do you have a preference on how they choose a lead? Preferably top 3 or 4? No, I actually enjoy when it goes away from the formula. Sometimes the best lead is someone like Becca Kufrin, who, while her love story is so raw and so recent. Other times it's somebody from a previous season like Claire Crowley. You might say she wasn't a great lead, but that's more so because they kind of made her she committed to Dale too early. But either way, I don't have a preference. I really do watch the show with a very sort of casual, I just take it as the slop that they're willing to give us and don't overthink it, Oh boy, we have a lot of voicemails. We're just going to keep trying to barrel through it. Let's keep it going.
Hey Dave, it's Ananya from Ottawa, Canada, and I just really want that after the finale is aired, that they release the entire conversation.
Oh, did we already play this? I'm sorry. I already played your voicemail here. Let me go back. I had some duplicates there. Let's go to Mike in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
This is Mike from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Dave, I just want you to know I'm falling in love, and it feels so good.
I love it. Is that a Tom Cruise reference? And it feels so good. Good for you, my man. I'm happy for you. Yeah, Clayton. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I remember Clayton. He said that to what, Rachel? He said it to 2 people, right? Either way, I don't know. Boy. We just see the previews of what's to come, and we see Clayton saying, "I'm falling in love, and it feels so good." Coming up next, it's like, boy, man, they get to you fast, don't they?
Hi, this is Lauren calling from Charlotte, North Carolina. I have a conspiracy theory. I just heard a voicemail asking if we thought they would ever choose a Bachelor again who didn't already have a name for himself, and I feel like that was their whole strategy this season. I feel like they chose Clayton. They plucked him from the season without a name for himself on purpose so that they could use him as a puppet to drum up ratings and drama. And we're seeing that play out now. Just my thought.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it. I believe you. I believe you too. All right. So here we have Nick. Don't make me move my neck. All right. So there he is with his girlfriend, Claire and Michelle, and let's see if there's any other posts. Bachelor finale recap. This is what I hate. Oh, he's got his girlfriend on, Natalie Joy. What I hate is that they're able to pipe in these recaps right away.
Good sense of your physical connection with someone without the act of sex. Or are we not so sure if we'd still have 2 women meeting Clayton's parents had Clayton been like, I may have told Susie that I love her the most.
Yeah.
A rather large omission of the truth.
All right, so there it is. And then here we have, so hyped to be able to recap tonight's Bachelor finale with Nick himself. Who is Beauty? I don't even know who this is. Christine Harris is her name. Beauty Chique Gin Toxic Podcast. Cool. Yeah, I don't know these people. I don't know. I'm a lone wolf. You know what I mean? I don't know. No one comes on my channel. It's just me and you guys. We don't need them, folks. But very well. So that's where they are. We had Claire and we had Nick now posting, and I'm sure we'll get some more people posting. Thank you for sharing that. And the live stream is at 53,836. I mean, I don't mind. I'll go to bed early. We have 14. We need 14 more subscribers in the next 12 minutes, or we will have to end the party. All right, let's go to our next voicemail here. Elizabeth in Halifax.
Hi, Dave. It's Elizabeth from Halifax. I've called in before. Congratulations for your international following, not just Canada and America, but all over the world. I just had a question for other viewers that are following both The Bachelor and your show. Does it feel kind of not good to everyone else. I feel like I need a shower. I feel like they just really pushed people beyond the means that they should really be pushing them. And I feel so uncomfortable. I think that production, has just gone a little bit too far this time. I just wanted to put that out there because I wondered if it was just me. Thanks so much and congratulations on your success, Dave. And hello, everyone.
Yeah, hey, hello from Halifax. Yeah, no, absolutely. It feels kind of weird. That's why I try not to pile on too much because I feel like they already get so much criticism. Oh, Bruce, let's hear from you. Bruce in Oregon.
Bruce from Oregon. Dave, I think the one thing we've all learned after this episode is that being able to build the best blanket fort is not a good qualification to be the Bachelor. Okay, bye.
Well, it's not good, nor is it bad. Building a good fantasy suite fort could help you if you are say your fantasy suite's not going too well. Maybe you finished the quiz a little early, if you know what I mean. And maybe it's not the worst thing in the world to build a fort. You know what I mean? A fort of emotions. Fort. We call that fort play. All right, let's go to our next voicemail here. We are churning along, baby. Brittany in Atlanta. Give me that accent.
Hi, Dave. This is Brittany again from Atlanta, Georgia. Just wanted to say one more thing. I really love Gabby. I really hope she's the next Bachelorette. And I really love Rachel. I don't think she'll be, I really, would want Gabby to be the next Bachelorette, but I really love Rachel. And my heart is really breaking for her right now because I really can see how much she really, 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 really loves Clayton and really cares about him, and he's really just going to break her heart by sharing the news about him being more in love with Susie. So I'm not looking forward to seeing that, but I really love Gabby. Hope she's the next Bachelorette. Thanks, Dave. Bye.
Yeah, I mean, Rachel's a great pick. You're absolutely right. There's so many really great dynamic people. We are at 50. We're 5 away from hitting the goal to unlock another half hour. Great voicemails all coming in. You guys are the best. Travis says, linen shirt, lone wolf, rough howl. That's right. That's your boy right here. Lone wolf. I got the gray hairs. I got the lone gray hair wolf coming in hot.
Hey, Dave. This is Bree again from Atlanta. I wanted to comment on Blake's tweet. I think it kind of goes back to something Nick said where he said that, Clayton has been really focused on finding love for himself, but not with someone else, which makes it, I think, hard for him to empathize or even think through, like, how would Gabby feel or Rachel feel or Susie feel if I did these things, because he was just so caught up in his own feelings and, like, being in the moment, like Clayton or like Caitlin and Rodney said. So, yeah, hopefully it's not too much of a mess tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. Yeah. So as we posted earlier, like you just referenced, Blake posted, Clayton doesn't seem to have enough empathy in these moments because he wasn't in love with Michelle and didn't get his heart broken on national TV. And now Bennett posts, I would counter this argument and say whether you're top 5 or top 3, and he wasn't top 5, does not matter at all as long as you know the journey works. It's a matter of men versus children on a TV show to get married, and unfortunately, puppets are chosen over men when production wants to play the lead. Big eye roll here, Bennett. I mean, no offense, like, you talk about men versus children, Bennett came off like a child. He came off more immature than a guy that was like, half his age. Noah. Noah's in a happy, committed relationship now, and Bennett was trying to give Noah advice that, you have to have enough emotional maturity to know that you're not in a position to give advice. It doesn't mean there isn't producer manipulation here, but I don't think that Bennett really has a place to stand when it comes to whether or not Clayton is a man versus a child. Is he a younger man than Bennett? Yes. But is he a child being puppeteered around? Not a child. Maybe somebody who doesn't really understand what he's getting himself into. But did Bennett? Bennett didn't come off great either is my point. I'd love to know what you guys have to think about that comment. I just kind of eye roll because it's like, yeah, Madison says Bennett's not one to talk. Bennett always trying to make himself relevant. The Gramps of Bachelor Nation. Oh, that's me or Bennett? Once again, he doesn't understand how the show works. That's why Clayton acted up so much. Dude's the worst. Bennett. I like Bennett. I just think it's such an eye roll because it's like, dude, what are you talking about? We watched you picking fights with a 25-year-old when you were 40. Like, if you had any, you would have just like kept your mouth shut and let the kid dig his own grave. Bennett was in some ways a puppet to the show because he was the 2-on-1 date. The 2-on-1 date always goes to the biggest puppets of the show. So I don't mind what he's saying. It's just the messenger is kind of like, really, Bennett? Really? All right. Here we go.
Hi, Dave. I said hi, Dave. This is Neal. This is Jess from Albany, New York. I was calling because I just wanted to say that this whole thing was produced by the producers. This is a horrible storyline. Clayton's a good guy, and I think it all leads up to them really vetting these women, and the women actually knowing that they're signing up for a show where there are fantasy suites. There are going to be multiple love stories. I mean, we've seen this after season where they're saying, I love you, I love you. This is no surprise. I think that we all need to get with it. And you know what? Clayton's a good dude, so I think we should all stop giving him crap. Thanks.
There it is. Clayton's a good guy. Yeah. It seems like we might have the biggest Clayton fan page here.
Hey, it's Jen again. I just wanted to agree with the previous caller. I still think that Ari's season was the worst season, and even now, like after seeing all of this, I still feel like Clayton actually does care more about these people. I know that it seems like he doesn't, but I think that like they are put in this secluded, position where feelings are really intense, where it's hard for us to maybe put ourselves in his position of what is it like to intimately date multiple people at one time and be put in these situations. So I do have empathy for him, and I have empathy for the girls. I feel bad for them, but I do understand where it must be very confusing for him to be able to sort through his feelings. But it does seem like he does care. This is all just a big old mess, but I'm really wondering how tomorrow is going to be so different from previous seasons. But, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll have to see. There's a lot to be seen. There might be multiple bachelorettes. There might be a pregnancy. We will have to see. We're 2 subscribers away with 4 minutes left. If you want to unlock another 30 minutes, we'll do a final 30 minutes if we can get to 53,850. Otherwise, we'll be saving up our energy for tomorrow night. Kelly Foster says, triple dog dare you to read what women think about this. Play my voicemail. Dare you, Dave. Kelly, I'm working my way through your voicemails. Kelly Foster, do me a favor and tell me what your area code is, and I'll make sure. Oh no, you know what? I think we got you right here.
Kelly is my name, and from North Carolina. I just want to know, because women have a different standard of values and morals, but it's basically Clayton being a man whore, because I know Rachel and Susie and Gabby, everybody he would sleep with, you really want him to come in and give you a kiss after he possibly went down on the girl? Like, women, it's just a dipstick test. And I understand, like, buying the cow after you got the milk, whatever the hell that saying is. But right now, my heart goes out to Rachel, Susie, and Gabby. And, yeah, he's a man. No, you don't screw women and then go the next night and tell them the exact same thing. He screwed up when he told Susie, and he screwed up when he put his male parts into another woman part. And he's a dick, and that's what he's going to be leaving there with, is his dick. Thank you. I hope you air it.
We just did,
or can you not handle being somebody blunt on your podcast? Bye.
Oh, Kelly, I bet you're fun at parties. Yeah, you got to hang up the phone. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you guys for unlocking 53,856 subscribers. You guys hit the goal. Thank you so much. We'll do one final half hour. We'll take it to 9 p.m. Pacific time. Kelly, you're very defensive for someone who I believe is a first-time caller. I'm assuming it's the 7 martini emojis, but we're totally okay playing controversial voicemails. I don't think yours was controversial whatsoever. But by all means, Kelly, call back. We appreciate you. Please call back. Madison says, that's the only way I'd have the confidence to call, drunk. Oh, I mean, why? I don't get to see you guys. You guys can totally call in. No one's going to be kinder. Very often I'll get like a 3-second voicemail and it'll be like someone who kind of messes up and they'll hang up. It's okay, guys. I totally get it. I get up on stage. I do stand-up comedy. I get anxious. I get nauseous. I get nervous. I totally get it. It's okay. That's just your body trying to protect you, but it's putting you in this fight or flight mode. I'm your buddy. I'm like your friend. Just call me up. No big deal. All right, let's go to Courtney in Orlando.
Hey, Dave. Courtney from Orlando. Literally love your content. Been following you for, a couple of years now? Not really quite sure. May or may not be a hot take. I'm not sure, but I noticed when we met Clayton's parents, that they were very cool people, honestly. Super agreeable, easy to get along with, but there's something about the parents of they're really balanced and seemingly mentally stable people. And in my experience, I'm pretty young, I'm only 27, but the people that have like the best, most well-rounded parents don't always come out with the most emotional depth. And I think that this experience is giving Clayton a lot of emotional depth, unfortunately at the expense of himself and people around him. I hope that this winds up helping him. I hope he's getting the help that he needs. I know that he's struggling. He's been pretty open about that during this time, but God, it's kind of just you get great parents, but it might have been too good. I don't know. It's just maybe my own trauma talking, but
yeah. Love
your stuff. I'll be back tomorrow.
Thank you so much. It's a great voicemail. Listen, I'll let my trauma talk. I've come from a loving mom, but divorced parents before I was born, and I've gone through my own sort of traumatic things to overcome. Shout out to Tanya Evans. Thank you for subscribing. So I totally understand the idea that if your parents are perfect or if you have a good family setup, you might not have sort of adversity to have dealt with, sort of heartbreak or overcome adversity and things like that. Now, that doesn't mean that's always the case. A lot of times, if you come from happy parents, you learn how to love in a happy and reasonable way. It might be that Clayton is great with his family, but they didn't do a good, or not that they didn't do a good job, but that he just never. I don't know. I mean, his family seems very well-rounded, but everyone's given something to overcome. My general, sort of psychoanalytical view on why we exist on this earth is that we're spirits in a human meat suit trying to overcome obstacles that the spirit wanted to work on. That's it. I'm codependent. I'm a people pleaser. I'm here on this earth as I speak right now to try to overcome putting other people ahead of myself. That might sound like you might not see that in me, but I will bend my back and go out of my way to try to please other people. And I've had to learn how to set boundaries in my relationship and friendships and with strangers. I've had to learn how to overcome certain things. And I don't know why that was my thing, but that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And everyone's got a different thing. And the quicker you can realize your hangups, your hurdles in life, the quicker you can, like we always say, shine light on the dark places. Light is the greatest disinfectant. And hopefully Clayton does that. This might speed up the process to his recovery from wherever he was to wherever he's going. Simone said, I'm thinking that with the intense drama of this episode, you'll have at least 1,500 people in the live. And we actually hit 1,400. We're at 1,100 now, but we hit 1,400, which was really great. And I will take this moment to promote the Facebook, which I don't really do on these bigger lives. I don't promote it too often here, but I've got so I've hit my max friend group on my personal page. So I'm going to be using my Facebook professional page now. You can just search at the Dave Neal or just Dave Neal and you'll find it. And from there, we've got I'm trying to find the other. We've got Dave Neal's community, and Dave Neal's community is where, we got another 100 members. So we're at 1,600 members of Dave Neal's community. From there, we post different thoughts on the episodes. It's a good place to chat between videos and things like that. So Dave Neal's community on Facebook, much appreciated. Let's keep on going through these voicemails.
Hi there, it's Pat from Toronto, Canada. I don't see why Susie thought she had the right to put all this restriction on this fella's life. It's a fantasy suite, and he didn't invite her to go to the fantasy suite. What the devil does she think would happen in a fantasy suite with all that privacy? She's ridiculous, and she has such high standards. Listen, among all the females that were on that show, there was only one virgin, and it wasn't Susie. Okay?
Thank you.
It wasn't Susie. And of course, with her behavior, I am sure this show rating is going to go through the roof. That's all I say. Thanks to Susie. She has made history, okay? In The Bachelor or Bachelorette. The rating will go through the roof. And I have no sympathy for her. Bye.
Thank you so much. Every time I thought you were done, you weren't. First of all, Pat from Toronto. I hate to even ask, but is that a Jamaican accent? It's a beautiful accent. What is that? What do you got going on there? I love it. Very nice. Nick just posted, y'all, tomorrow is crazier. Why are you pushing this so hard? Says people. Susie okay, so we don't know what's going to go down tomorrow, but we will see it. We're going to finish up this half hour, get to the rest of these voicemails. Let's barrel through.
Hey, Dave. My name is Robert. My question for you is, do you actually like Clayton as the lead of the show? Yes. I mean, of course you've been defending him, but you also seem very frustrated with a lot of his actions. So I'm just curious, from your perspective, do you think he is the strong lead?
Great question. I'm not frustrated so much as I'm trying to be graceful for the people that are triggered by his actions. So I don't know Clayton, and when I was graceful for Katie, everyone goes, "Oh, you're making excuses because you know her." I don't know Clayton. If Clayton texted me tomorrow and was like, "Want to go out and grab some beers?" I bet you he would be a really genuine, nice guy. I truly mean that. I really enjoy, from the recapping aspect of things, to look at Clayton as a very complicated individual here. Someone who says he fell in love with 3 different people. He gave us that. He gave us the chance to look at the messy side of things. It's almost like if you're, this is going to be a horrible analogy, but it's almost like if you're in med school. And it's like, all right, in today's class, we're going to watch What Not to Do. And you watch a surgery and you go, this is where the person messed up. And you're like, oh, don't do that. Clayton's showing us a lot of things of what not to do. If these were one-on-one relationships, I don't think he makes a problem. I don't think it's a problem. Kudos to him. So many people put their career first and they can't fall in love. They can't open their heart up. If he opened his heart to 3 people, he did what he was supposed to do. He was just surprised that each one went as far as it did. And I respect that. Absolutely. Did he make mistakes? Said he loved people when he shouldn't have? Yes. Could that be probably explained away by his people-pleasing needs? Sure. Do I see that I could be in a similar position as Clayton? Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I love my fiance. I love Tom Brady. I love you, Tom. Call me back. But if I were single out there, could I find different ways to express my love to different people? Yeah. And maybe that's Clayton being some sort of love language Swiss Army knife, where he's able to connect with them all in different levels, which in some ways would be a very beneficial thing. He works in sales, right? It's about connecting with your audience. Same thing with stand-up comedy, finding a way to connect to your audience. If I'm doing a show in some blue-collar room, I'm swearing, I'm dropping F-bombs, I'm being dirty, I'm relating to them. If I'm doing some show at some corporate thing, I'm going to dress a little bit nicer and I'm going to speak a little bit different. You relate to your audience. You're able to sort of be a chameleon, and not so much to I don't see it in a sinister way where you're manipulating someone. I think he's got a Swiss Army knife and he's able to show his love in different ways to the different people. And now he's at a place where it's got to be, in any other situation, maybe he would have made it work with any of them. I'm not willing to blame him, 15 days into a TV show, right? It's like 15 days they've known each other. I'm not willing to blame him for not knowing which route or which branch would take root. Does that make sense? I'm not willing for him to not realize that within himself, which one of these is good. He's got the ultimate problem. He likes them all. All right. But yeah, thank you so much for the
Hey, Dave,
voicemail.
PMD, Toronto, Canada. I believe in love. Go, Clayton. Go get your Susie.
Yeah, there it is. Go get your Susie. That should be like a sexual metaphor. Hey, baby, you want to go after it? She's like, I'll go after it. And they're like, what are we waiting for? She's like, I don't know. Go get your Susie. Let's make it work. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Dave, Jody from Naples, trying to talk real fast here. The thing is that the funny thing is that Clayton actually followed this process to like a T.
Bingo.
He did nothing wrong. Like, they have 3 fantasy suites set up at the end. Like, he literally is supposed to follow the process with, like, 3 women at the end. The only thing that he did wrong was, like, tell on himself. He literally could have just kept all of it to himself and then picked somebody at the end and, like, went on his merry little way. He literally followed the Bachelor process to a T.
Yeah, I'll say the one thing
he was just naive enough to tell on himself. Okay, bye.
Yeah, and also I'll say this, and we'll see what the comments have to say. I think Clayton was not just naive to tell on himself, but naive to express the love to the others. And if he didn't do that, maybe they'd accuse him of not opening up. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Great call.
Also, Dave, sorry, it's my second call, but for all those people out there,
I said what I said.
Like Nick is like Gandhi. Nick has been on the show 2 Bachelorettes. He's been on the beach once and was on the Bachelor once. He is not a prophet, you guys. He literally did the show 4 freaking times and has been podcasting about it for like centuries. He's not a prophet. He literally has made his living these off this show, and we're on the show for 4 times. So if he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, he would be a freaking moron. Shut up about Nick Dale. Whatever the frick his name is. Oh my God. And also Cassie saying, I wanted her to say the girl should run as fast as she can. Because from Cassie's perspective, I bet she wishes she ran. All right, bye.
Great, thank you so much. Great call. Yeah, Nick's got more experience. That's like someone who's been in the baseball league for 10 years going, oh, this new pitcher stinks. You can't leave the fastball middle in. He's like, yeah, I just learned that. I just gave up a home run. Now I know. So someone says, what the F? Susie asked him. He was honest. Yeah. I guess the key is to not, I don't know, guys. I'm not on the show. It's tricky. It's tricky, right? You can be honest and still hurt people. But great point.
What's up, Dave? It's Oliver from Colorado.
What up?
I just wanted to call in and ask, how's it going? Thanks for all the videos. Now, do you still think that Susie was in the wrong for not telling Clayton beforehand regarding her ultimatum of if someone had sex or had fallen in love with one of the other remaining women? I just think that that's in her total right. She's not in the wrong. And we can clearly see that by the other 2 women being clearly hurt. So it was not just Susie. Susie just had the forethought to know that that was not going to be a good situation. Thanks, Dave. Bye.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And yeah, I think Susie, I don't blame her. I'm not like, oh, Susie, you messed this up. She would have been better expressing her boundaries and having that conversation. For everyone that says, oh, he should have known to keep his dick in his pants. Everyone's different. Some people, their boundary is the physical connection. Some it's the expressing your love to each other. You got to have those conversations. It's the same as defining a relationship. If you're sleeping around with someone and you haven't defined the relationship, they have every right to go date and bang other people. You haven't defined the relationship. We just got a message here. Let's see if I can find it. I just got a nice Instagram story. It might not have shown up on my page yet. Give me a second to just get here. There it is. All right, so Cute Thing Score says, thank you because how's your night going? I started watching Dave because of your comments about him. Congrats on 43,000. Yeah, we're at 50 plus thousand if you're talking to me. Thank you so much. I love his post-show chats, and aside from that, I've seen him live a couple times. He's a great comedian. His delivery is fantastic. He hosts a SAT podcast with Tasha, who I followed for years on my main account. I've heard a lot about him from friends here in New York City and LA. Everyone praises his work ethic and says that he's a cool guy. So if you're reading this, go check out D. Neal's. I 100% recommend. First of all, I don't even know who this is, but thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, that's so kind. I really mean that. Thank you so much for that. That really made my day. I didn't even know what I was reading. I kind of feel weird because that's very self-promotional there. But who am I to not promote? But thank you so much. That is so kind. Golly, you really know how to make a boy feel special. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go. Let's wrap this puppy up. Oh, back to Elizabeth. And don't get me wrong, Kelly Foster is on the way. Kelly, have another drink and then we'll talk to you.
Hey, Dave. It's Elizabeth in Halifax again. Did I just catch that comment from Bennett correctly? Is he calling other people children?
Yeah, ridiculous,
and referring to people as puppets? Because if so, that's not very kind, is it? And I was just wondering if I caught that right and, how other people feel about that, because that's just, well, gosh. Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Yeah, you did catch it right. You did catch it right. And everyone's agreeing with him, but I'm like, why are you agreeing with him? He was nothing more than a puppet on the show. And I got 2 likes there. Oh boy, 2 likes. I said, like the message, but you sort of played into the feud on your season. So he's like, we all watched you. Of course, the message isn't wrong saying that the production plays everyone like puppets. It's just the idea that he's got any place to talk. I mean, he was right in the center of that. All right, let's wrap this puppy up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just heard the voicemail about the dipstick comment. Anyway, I really hope, I think it was maybe Zachary Reality's theory the other day that they might do another double Bachelorette with Gabby and Rachel.
The only reason I don't think this would happen is because they got a lot of hate for it back then, and I think it would generate even more hate now, pitting women against each other. If they chose one versus the other, if they decided to bring them both on board, play ball.
I would totally stand that because I love Gabby. I feel like she's super well-spoken in her more emotional moments with Clayton. She's really well-spoken and doesn't hold back. She doesn't let him off easy. But then also, Rachel's reaction when Gabby came back after Clayton talked her into staying, said so much about her as a person. I just love the two of them. And I feel like after, well, I don't know, I shouldn't say that. That might be a spoiler. Anyway, I love the two of them, and I hope it's a double Bachelorette situation. This is Lauren from Charlotte, North Carolina again. Love you, Dave. Thanks.
Love
Bye.
your voicemail, Lauren from Charlotte, North Carolina. I've heard they have good stand-up comedy there. I'd love to make it to North Carolina. All right, let's go to Kelly. Kelly said she'd call back. Kelly, you were very aggressive last time. Alcohol just makes people aggressive. Lots of bar fights. Maybe we should smoke some weed with Kelly.
Hey, Dave, it's Kelly Foster again, and no, I don't drink alcohol.
All right.
And I also...
I thought you did because you posted 8 martinis in a row, right? You remember you posted a bunch of martinis, so I figured you were drunk.
Don't give kisses to a man that has been, let's say, gone south and then tried to come up and kiss me. I'm really not defensive. I have always watched Bachelor.
So... wait, let me get this straight because you got to spell it out for me. You don't like it when a guy goes down on you and then kisses you?
Kisses to a man that has been, let's say, gone south and then tried to come up and kiss me.
I think the most mature thing you can do is go down on your lady and then make out with her. But who am I?
I'm really not.
Maybe that's just a feminist in me.
Not defensive. I have always watched Bachelor, Bachelorettes. We have groups of people. I'm just very blunt, very honest, and
I always say whenever someone says they're blunt and honest, I'm not saying you are, but when people say they're blunt and honest, they're usually assholes. I'm not saying you are, Kelly. I'm just saying whenever someone's like, I don't like drama, I just tell it how it is. I'm like, I think that's an asshole. You're inviting you know what I mean? Not you, Kelly, but that's just, blunt and honesty is, that doesn't get you too far, right? Don't you got to have a little honey? You know, win them over with some sweets.
I don't think all men are that way. I just think the way Clayton has handled himself makes it really look bad for men. And he doesn't deserve anybody right now.
Oh.
But I hope that's water you're drinking. I'm just digging. LOL.
That's water.
Make sure you drink all of it, though. But
for you.
in all honesty, love the show, love your channel, and thank you for playing that.
Oh, now I feel like I've been mean to Kelly after she said she loved the show. Kelly, you were like the first voicemail. You were like, I bet you won't even play this. We're here for you, Kelly. Call back. Call a third time.
I'm just blunt.
I'm just blunt.
And
I think you just smoked a blunt, is what you did.
Oh. So with that, have a good night, and maybe I can...
All right, we just lost the live. I'm back. I don't know what happened. Can you guys hear me okay? We're having a little bit of an issue here. It says I lost the microphone. Roadster Pro. Very strange. Very strange. We're having an issue here. A lot of lagging. Let me know if you guys are there. I'm gonna wrap up this live stream anyway. No, it's totally. It seems to be an issue. Oh boy, I don't know who it is. Looks like my internet's fine, but let me double check. I'm having a software issue, it appears. My computer's been fine, so it might be something else. Very strange. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay, and we're going to try to work through this. But it's been a nice long live stream. It feels like it's more an issue. Let me see. Are you guys all back here? So we had a sound issue. Microphone is back, but it's still lagging. Very interesting. Very interesting. I don't know what's going on, but just hang in there, folks. I don't know why we lost that there, but I am back. And we're going to wrap this up in a few minutes anyway. We hate to lose the live stream. I don't know what's going on. It's clear now. Okay. Well, it's a little, I'm sweating on my end. I'm going to get out of here in a second anyway. All right, good. Glad you guys can hear me. Let's just play the rest of our voicemails and hope we don't lose this live stream again. Whew, I'm sweating. Maybe I'll turn the interview mode off. Check, check, check. All right, I think we're a little bit better now. All right, we'll keep this party going. Hold on, folks. I'm having a real issue with my software. Are we still live? I don't know what the hell's going on. You know what? We might have to get out of here. It says I'm still live. I don't know why my software is having a real rough time. Kelly sent another voicemail. We're going to be getting out of here shortly because that's okay. This happens once in a while. My internet's slow. My whole computer. Let's just try to fix this right now. Download speed is so slow. Let's test it again. Internet speed is slow. I wonder if it could just be my internet. Let's give the internet a second to kick back up. That, or you know what I might do is just plug in, just to get us out of here, I might plug in the internet. Everyone says I'm good, but it's looking really slow on my upload speed. So what I'm going to try to do is set the internet up through my phone as a personal hotspot. Everyone says it's fine. Check, 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 check. All right, well, let's see. I think it's still having some internet problems. I'll tell you what, let me see if I can... No, hang out here. I might lose you for a second. I'm going to switch over to a hotspot. Let's switch over to my phone. I'm going to the phone's internet here, folks. And we're going to see if that solves the problem. Just give me 1 second here. Yeah, L-Dog, we had actually like up to over 1,400 people. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. We just switched to a much faster Wi-Fi here. I'm going to test it right now. Yeah, we made it to the end. I'm going to do a speed test right now and make sure I'm back up and running. I thought it wasn't... I'm just out of breath. I thought it wasn't... Teresa says, we must hear Kelly's voicemail. It's breaking up again, say people. Well, I think it should be fine now. It might just be when I switched from my land Wi-Fi to my iPhone's hotspot. Angel said we should test it just in case. Yeah, I'll probably reset my router. You know, unfortunately, there isn't much you can do if the internet slows down. It stinks. Yeah, my upload speed, dreadfully slow. Dreadfully slow. Oh, why is this? Oh, you know what? I know what the problem is. Oh my gosh. My laptop hasn't been plugged in. Oh my gosh. Something happened in my laptop. Can you believe it? Oh my gosh. Guys, okay. So I've got this really expensive laptop. At least it's fully hooked up. How wild is that? That's a problem. I will not make that issue again. Look, see how fast it is now? All right, I'm going to open the window because I'm hot here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this party going like 10 more minutes, and I'm just going to get to the rest of the voicemails. Just give me like 20 seconds to open the window because I'm sweating. I can't believe that. No, that's a huge rookie mistake on my end. My old laptop had so many problems that I would never even consider having turning this on. I would never consider not having this battery on. But I use this laptop to take notes in the other room, and I come back in here last minute, and this whole time I was running off the same battery charge, which is insane for live streaming. So let me make sure we're all caught up. Yeah, I'm sweating. I was sweating before that issue. All right, that was my fault. Sorry, guys. All right, I really want to get to the rest of these voicemails, so let me just barrel through them. Let's see. I'm gonna miss some. Let's see. Who's Linda? Did I get Linda? I'm trying to get.
Hey, Dave. Tanya from Georgia. I just enjoyed that last caller. Every time you thought she was finished, she kept going. And then you thought she was finished again. And she kept going. Oh my gosh, that was hysterical. That just made my night. But been sitting here just listening to everybody, and I'm just watching the show for now. I don't even know what to think. It's all, I don't know. But it's good TV. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. It is good TV. Absolutely. All right, Pat in Canada.
Hi, Dave. It's Pat again from Toronto, Canada. Of course, it is a Jamaican accent.
Oh, I knew
it's a proud 79 years old and 4 months Jamaican accent.
79.
Okay, honey? Nice talking with you. Take care, and bye for now. And again, I have no sympathy for that Susie girl. All right?
Oh, how adorable.
Bye.
You know, this is what I love about this channel. The fact that we can all be united, and I can talk to, in Toronto, Canada, a 79-year-old lovely lady named Pat from Jamaica just makes my day. Thank you so much. Let's go back to Halifax.
Hello, Dave. It's Elizabeth in Halifax again. I just called to say hi to Pat in Toronto. You're spot on with this. I absolutely agree with you. If Susie had problems, she should have said something before this happened. She should have told him. She did not. She's not really taking responsibility for this. And I'm really kind of annoyed by it because these are all legal adults. They're legal consenting adults. Your job is to represent you. So, Pat from Toronto, much love from Halifax tonight.
What a nice and positive call. Thank you so much. Let's go to Kelly.
Hey.
Or should I play Kelly last? Let's play Kelly last. Let's go to Roberta. All right, I'm going to save you, Kelly. 2 more.
Hey, this is Roberta from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'm sick. I really don't like this guy at all. He's hurt these girls so bad. so bad. And I truly believe he's going to end up with no one because he went into this just wanting to do what he did, screw around. I have no respect for him. I'm almost done with the whole franchise now. This is sad. Thanks, Dave. Keep up the good work.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I just love that we get calls from all over, different points of views, but I appreciate you.
Hey Dave, it's Roxanne from Texas. Haven't called in a while. Love your show. Just wanted to say that just watching the season. Well, I haven't watched the season, just, Bachelor fan take recaps. But you see why they put him in this role, because he lacks certain emotional intelligence, and he's not articulate enough in situations where he needed to be. So that is why they put him there, and it was just so frustrating to watch him gaslight these women. Anyway, that's it. Goodbye.
I appreciate you. I wouldn't call it gaslighting, but I'm also not here to tell people what gaslighting means. But thank you so much. Yeah, he's been in a tough situation. All right, we're down to our last call. Hey, L-Dog, I didn't forget. I guess I did forget, L-Dog. I know I need to get back to you. My apologies. I feel like I saw your message a few weeks ago and still haven't responded, so I'm so sorry. I will get back to you. Let's go to Kelly. Let's go to our final voicemail. This is our final voicemail tonight. We'll be back tomorrow with content all day long. And all right, let's go to Kelly.
Hey, Dave. You told me to call you back a third time, and I am, and I hope you play it. No, I'm not.
What if I just leave it there? All right, that's the episode. Good night, everybody. I'm just kidding.
Not an asshole, and I just shoot things like it is. And to correct that, I was talking about as Clayton would go to bed with these women and have sex, I wouldn't want to kiss him the next morning after he's been down on the other girl.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't want to kiss Clayton if he went down on another woman the day before. I get you. Is that worse than him sticking his dipstick into it?
But anyway, I love your show. Everybody like and subscribe, and always watch Dave because he is amazing. So kisses to you, and we'll see you later.
Oh, thank you so much.
I called you on the third one. Bye.
I appreciate you calling back. Look, we have two last voicemails that just came in. Let's play them.
Hey, Dave. This is Kim from Texas calling back again.
Kim.
And I just want to say, can we not, do we have to blame people?
Nope.
Does there have to be blame?
Nope, no blame.
It just is what it is. This is a TV show with people hoping to find love.
At the end of the day.
And it can be messy, like life. Why does it have to be someone's fault? Everybody makes mistakes. Everyone on here has made a mistake. They just have. So why do we have to blame people or talk about people and can we just have grace, like I said? But that's not why I was calling. I was calling because I sent you a chat because I didn't want to have to call back because I'm getting kind of sleepy. But they said it's not who you expect that's going to be Bachelorette. What if it's Deepti or Natalie from Love is Blind? That's what I want. I want somebody completely different out of Bachelor Nation. Can it be Deepti or Natalie? That would be some great diversification? Yeah. Bye.
All right, there it is. Kim wants Deepti. Shout out to Amanda, fighting sleep for the live stream. It's all right, Amanda. We're leaving right now. We have one more voicemail, and then we're going to let you go. So you can, two more, sorry. Two quick ones.
Hey again, Dave. This is Roxanne from Texas. You can scratch that first voicemail because I actually just walked up the stairs and I was super winded.
So I already got your voicemail, so I'm not going to play this one just because we got to get going.
Hey, Dave. Oliver from Colorado again. Follow-up question. You said it's your right to bang other people when you're just dating around. I totally agree with that. But when you're leading up to an engagement in a week or two, don't you think you should be more careful about who you bang, willingly? And obviously hurting multiple women. He's going to hurt all three of them, and he has hurt all three of them. Thanks, Dave. Bye.
Yeah, no, I don't see the engagement of the show as a real engagement. I take the engagement on the show as just defining the relationship And you know what I mean? It's because it's like, look, yes, you shouldn't be banging someone else before you get engaged, but also you shouldn't be dating 30 people before you get engaged too. Sophia says, I haven't played your video voicemail. Where is it? Let me know where it is, because I am not seeing it, and I'm not a mind reader, so I can't tell you where it is. But last chance, get back to me right now, because I gotta go. I gotta pee so bad. Roxanne says, why didn't you play my voicemail? I just played 150 voicemails, Roxanne. I gotta go. I played one of your voicemails. I mean, I played at least one of your voicemails. Now don't make the people pleaser in me feel bad, Roxanne. Sheena says, way past my bedtime, but worth it. Tomorrow night's the real night, right? Tomorrow night. Oh, geez, we have another voicemail. Okay. Is this Sophia? Who's this?
Hi, Dave. It's Nancy from Dallas, Texas again.
Nancy.
You are so sweet to take people's voicemails, and you're so personable. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Thank you.
I called at the pre-show, and you asked, I mentioned a rehearsal, and you asked what it was. I'm a violinist, and it's a symphony concert I'm preparing for this week.
Nice.
We're playing Prokofiev and Schumann, Mozart violin concerto, a Beethoven overture. Oh, we're going to open with the Ukrainian national anthem. I did that actually a couple weeks ago with another symphony concert. We opened with we played the Star Spangled Banner, and then we played the Ukrainian national anthem, and it was really moving. So I'm glad we're doing it again. In fact, our second chair violinist is from Ukraine, and she's got family in Kharkiv, and she's just worried sick. So anyway, it's a great program, and so I missed all the drama, but I appreciate these recaps and getting caught up on everything. I think one thought. Reality Steve, it sounds like he's been really accurate so far. I heard your podcast today about that, and you had also mentioned that Reality Steve hates Nick Vile. What's that about? I guess I don't know.
They don't like each other. They've talked about it on their podcast. They might have made amends, but Reality Steve and Nick Vile, they don't like each other. I don't know what else to say. It's you can watch Reality Steve on Nick's podcast. Apparently it was pretty heated.
The backstory on that. Anyway, I'll keep listening. Thank you so much for all that you do. Okay, good night. Bye.
Thank you so much. And to just further clarify, I think there's like a natural rift that exists between people that have been on the show and people that haven't been on the show. So I think that's what it is. Not that I give two shits about contestants. I don't look at contestants as holier than the people that haven't been on the show, but they're humans too. So, you you got to treat them nice. There is a 30-second rule for the voicemail, which I'm trying my best to uphold. But B Bean says they still hate each other. Yeah, if you listen, if you ever found me after a stand-up show and bought me a beer, I could tell you a lot more that I'm not going to share right now. My lips are sealed, unlike Clayton's. All right, look, here's what we got. We got 9 pending posts on the Bachelor on my Facebook page. Let's just approve all of them. Facebook and so I recognize Tasha. Oh my gosh, Tasha was on. Hey, Tasha, can you hear me? Liz says, was scrolling Facebook and saw someone I recognize. Tasha looking good as always. That's my fiance. Oh, she's not going to be. Hey, Tasha. Baby. Honey. Baby. All right, she can't hear me. Anyway, let's we'll see what Tasha has to say about that. Beans is enthralled. Beans is the cat. So these are all the people that have commented on the Facebook group. This is what I get with Discord. Can't move past it. We'll have to figure that out. Question, how do people feel about a Bachelor podcast giving this man a platform? We'll talk about that tomorrow. Bachelor related. So lots of comments in my community there. But if you haven't joined, go on Facebook, Dave Neal Community. And lastly, if you ever would like to put bread in the tip jar, you can join the Patreon. It's a membership-only community. Patreon.com/Dave Neal. We have private membership. I love that B-Bean just repeats everything I says and asks a question. Yeah, I was talking to my fiance. I was trying to get her to join. Christine says, don't talk about beer when you have to pee. All right, it's time for me to go. Dave needs Depends. No, I just need to pee. That's what I need. I don't have to pee that bad, but yeah, we're going to get out of here. All right, folks. So let's get some tunes, and we'll play out some music, and then I will try. You know what? Let me do this. Let me play some. I have the filter set up so that I only play instrumental music, but let's go to vocals. Let's find a good song to play vocal-wise. It's called Baby Bye. Let's play Baby Bye. Bye, guys. Everyone go pee.
Here's to the good days. Here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road.
Good night.
Right now it doesn't even matter.
Thanks for good night, guys.
It's too late not to let it go, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run.
Hey Dave, we probably went to bed by now, but Oliver from Colorado again. Just wanted to say, yeah, like, I know that you don't consider the engagement a real engagement. I don't really either, but if you're like comparing it and you're watching it back, it's already a toxic environment. Why would you go ahead and validate multiple? It just seems like such a bad move to me. It seems really short-sighted, not thought out at all, super reckless, and quite frankly, just stupid. Thanks, Dave. Have a great night. Bye.
Yeah, it's stupid, all right. Next time I'm on a dating show with 30 women, I'm going to remember not to tell them I love them. I completely agree with you. I think it's very short-sighted. And I think if he could do it again, he wouldn't do it that way.
Hi, Dave. Roberta again from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I'm still watching this, and my heart is breaking for Heather.
Who's
and
Heather?
Gabby. I don't know what these producers are doing, but they're turning this show into garbage. It's just garbage now. Well, just needed to say that they have to do better next season. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
We're going to make an hour-and-a-half meeting out of this. We're going to make an hour-and-a-half meeting out of this 10 minutes.
These two who've been sitting here this whole hour with me and haven't asked me a blooming thing.
These hours and hours of digressive observations. And you think, who sits through this?
Good night, guys. See you at sunrise.
It's for the best, and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does.
Thank you, everyone who called. You're all so supportive. I appreciate all of you guys so much. Everyone has a fantastic evening. I'm going to go watch Survivor. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Big live stream tomorrow night. Bye, everybody.
You cut the crap.